Hello, hello, hello. My name is Colin Gestalt, and welcome back to the stream. As it was probably obvious from my note yesterday and from my voice, I'm still kind of sick. I'm a lot better than I was yesterday from obviously having the motivation and energy to get up and actually stream. But, I'm probably still gonna have a few points of coughing or sneezing. Yeah. And my voice is probably gonna be a bit messed up. I don't think that'll be too much of an issue, but it's whatever. Anyway, let's get into it. Continuing Lobotomy Corporation. On day 38, and like I did with after I got HODs, or like the Azalith or whatever, later done, I went back and completely started from day one. So that's why everything is in different places. I have a bunch of different stuff. Yeah. I also ground for a bunch of missions. Like all the missions for Hakma in Bin Ah. So I shouldn't be too much of an issue with no. It shouldn't be too much of an issue with needing to go off and grind. There's only so much time in the game left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm setting it up so that I can have both Hakma and Bin Ah at like the same amounts of progression when it hits the like memory repository. That way, I can, when I get to the 40s, I can go and complete one of them and then roll back, or like complete all the missions to the sorry, can focus on one, get all the missions, focus on the other, do their core repressions, roll back, and all that. I don't know why the fuck that decided to break out immediately. Looking at what the like path to the end of the game, I don't think it's gonna be too bad. From everything I've gotten, or like everything I've worked on and such. Like all the setup I've done, and I think like if there's like day 46, 47, 48, 49, I think it is. All of them are like challenge days that combine and sort of mix together the challenges of each of the layers. Day 47 is that, I know for sure. But day 48 I don't think will be too bad. Since I can just beat the red mist using uh, using the cheese method I used last time. And those other 2 days I don't think are going to be as bad. Day 49 is going to be a struggle, I'm sure. Like, there's no way to cheese that boss related to that day, so yeah. But like, apparently 59 is cakewalk, so who knows? Which even then, I just need to clear it and have enough to be able to continue to day... I just need to have enough employees to be able to work on day 50. So like, as long as I just get it done, I should be fine. And how are they looking? Not too bad. They're not too bad. Finishing bird. Yeah. Where? Oh, here. Down here. And let me handle him like this. Or her like this. Not too bad, not too bad. One other special part of me deciding to go and grind stuff for missions is that because of that, I was able to go. I don't have to worry about having specific abnormalities or not. Like, I went ahead and just ground a ton of getting a level egos, so I just won't have to worry about it. Can we get enough of just this? $50. No. Okay. Session. And since you're going off, I guess I'll serve you. I'm surprised Punishing Bird didn't come back. Is it coming back? Okay, we can just wait till it comes back, but we won't have the penalty. Not that that will be a problem. There we go. Completed in under 5 minutes. Oh god, I'm gonna need to read it. Dang. Shortly after I was born, I questioned myself daily about the significance of the meaning of my creation. Then he handed me the script and he gave me the answer. They say the narrator— wait, I already read this. Okay, going to get the extraction team. Nice to see you again. As you can see, I've been placed as the leader of the extraction team. I'm sure we'll meet again soon. Hmm? Hope that wasn't a memory leak issue. Since I did hear about some of the issues with this game and some of the fun qualities it has. They just have a tool for now, so yeah, might as well put them in something good. Oh, they have the same hair, but different shades. Not magic bullet, not using that. And ego suits. Yeah, you can use that since you haven't, since that other person couldn't use it. I can just figure all that out later. Did I give... yes, everything is set up. Huh, surprised we didn't get new missions. Well, I guess this is the first time I've, like, expanded multiple departments at once. Since we're kind of just getting into the groove of doing the game, I will say, maybe it's just because, like, I'm a big adult now, but, like, being fucking sick sucks ass. Like, I can't understate how much I fucking hate like how I was like, so to explain, I was feeling like a dry throat on like Friday or Thursday, and then I was thinking like, oh, I should like maybe get a humidifier. The dry air is like really bad because it's hurting my throat. Oh, oh, that's a neat chamber. Then I'm on Saturday and it's like, oh, I feel a bit sort of sickness coming on. I got like the sniffles and all that. And then come Sunday, it's like, oh yeah, I'm sick. I'm coughing and sneezing and such. It's not too bad. Then come Monday morning, it's like, oh no, I am fucked up. Like, I am bad. Oh shit. Wasn't paying attention. Where was I? Like, I'm, like, it was bad enough that, like, I called out of work. And then, like, I go to bed and I think, oh, well, it'll get better, as I go to bed, I rest. And then I wake up today, still sneezing, still weak, still coughing, just like less so. And it was still bad enough that like I needed to call out of work like twice. Like I was sick across like 3 whole days. Like, I felt bad because I was calling out twice in a row. Don't get me wrong. But like, if I tried to like go in, it would have killed me. Like, actually. Like, I have no idea what it was, but when I, on Monday, I literally just sat in bed all day, barely ate, and like left my space heater on for like hours just because it was like I needed heat or whatever, or like I just felt the need to be hot, and just like that was my solution. And like, I barely ate, I just laid in bed for like 16 hours, doing literally nothing other than like watching, just Northern Lion videos, and, like watching 2 episodes of anime. I remember for breakfast, I made myself some ramen. And that was probably the most intensive activity I partook in that day. I like when I say I was sick, like I was sick. I like woke up at 1 in the morning and couldn't get to sleep, and just kind of like phased in and out of lucidity, and like I don't even know how to describe it. But like, that was my, that was Sunday. Or no, that was Monday. That was Monday. And today I was still sick. I was still fucked up with like temperatures to where like I took a shower and was like, I'm just gonna turn this up as high as I can go and like nudge it hotter. Like I'm gonna put this higher than I usually do, then just nudge it hotter until I can't stand it. I want to take the hottest shower I can possibly take. Sorry. I once again had somewhat of a breakfast and then like did nothing. Barely ate any food. And like barely ate any food again, which I'm sure will do great for me when I'm like no longer sick. But like yeah, that's like the state I was in. I just like I think this morning, which is like 2 a.m., mind you, I got up and like went out and got some like cough drops and some cosmic brownies, and that's all I've like eaten. It's all I ate this morning or that night or whatever, however you would quantify that or qualify that. Um, yeah, I am just like fucked. I'm just fucked up. No. Okay, don't order suppression. Nope, look at that. Yeah, you know, like obviously because the stream was like, what does it say? Where offer cannot be no benefits are transferred. 520102 cannot be found in the facility. No benefits are transferred. Deals ensure that you not placing where in the canteen unit. Yang will escaped. It's gonna use that because I don't know what the fuck it's doing and I don't want it to. But like, yeah. What the fuck was I saying? Obviously, like from my experience, with it yesterday, I obviously was bad enough that I couldn't go up and do a stream just because I was so demotivated and had no energy. But I'm a bit better. I feel my sinuses clearing up, as the sort of telltale sign that you are getting better. Like the feeling of like your sinuses are a little warm and like they're, you can actually breathe through them a bit, I guess you would describe it. But like, yeah, that's where I'm at. I can only hope that that like I get better overnight. Okay, I know how to move people around. Let me move you here. Cancel that. Let me move you here. 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 And then I'll send someone from welfare team. That will hopefully work. Okay. They're moved there, they're moved there. They're moved in there. And I'll send you there. So hopefully that doesn't kill anyone. Okay, never mind. Do I care? One person died and they're part of the information team. I don't think they're going to be a problem. I'm willing to sacrifice that. Sacrifice one person from one of the upper layers. Fuck. And one of the fucked up parts is just like, I have no idea what it even is that, like, I have. 1 second. Like, I had a COVID, like, I tested myself and it wasn't COVID. I got a flu shot. I don't think I was exposed to anyone with, like, strep throat or whatever. So it's just like, what the fuck? Do I just have, like, an ungodly fever this time of year? Could just be a thing of, like, oh, it hits me just the right way? But, like, I don't know. I don't know. Fuck it. Let's have the Judgment Bird Trio. Oh, I was recalling the sound of your footsteps. While there were cliches, you always made the results more exciting by showing up in unexpected ways. Still, the endings were all the same, no matter how the process went. Do you want me to share some memories through hologram? It's simply too good for me to watch alone. This here was you in the mess when there was no such thing as cognition filter. Didn't know what a human's mental capacity could be so weak back then. I did all right the first couple of times, but then one day, well, at the time it was a little funny. I'm sorry. You made it so far, but you weren't able to escape from that absolutely useless sense of guilt and hung yourself. Well, you were stopped immediately, though. Then at the time, you were not fully prepared. That's when I started to realize that it didn't matter if you were mentally well or not. What mattered was that you need to find realization about something to stop this endless cycle. Oh, at this time here, all of a sudden you began apologizing to me. I didn't enjoy it. You starting to enjoy this? I would love to see more, but let's stop here for today. You might see something that you aren't supposed to witness yet if we continued. You returned. So did you have fun with your little journey while I was locked up here? Don't worry, I'm not mad with you. Oh, Sorrow, you see, finally I've come to represent you, for I know you'll never depart. It's difficult to perceive the flow of time here. Therefore, this eternity has saved me. Have you seen the turbulent streams of this enormous river that cross the whole city? If you arrive downstream after the raging rapids and the serpentine current, you will see a meadow that is enormously broad but also tranquil. That land is bathed with all kinds of mud, sand, ash, and the residuals that have come from the upstream. What isn't caught by the upstream or midstream finally ends up here, downstream. To bear all the residuals that pile up, one would need a strong back that doesn't break easily. I face many wells here. I have to draw water every single day, but it seems that the water level never lowers. The well is so deep that I would be a hollow fare to reckon its depth. And it is the fountain and relic of humanity that existed from the ancient times. That water from the well has never flown outside, ever. There had only been these small ripples that permeated from the leaves that fall from the winds. Maybe it was an act of generosity towards those that were thirsty so that they may sate themselves. It was you who made the bucket, but you left the duty of drawing water with the bucket to another. Don't ask for my name. Bin-Ah isn't the name of a person. It's a sad name of the place where one finds many graves. I'm the one who draws the water. Why have you come here? What do you wish for me to draw? Huh. I guess it's just gray. Then let me get somebody new for info team. And they probably didn't, or hopefully didn't have anything too important. Yeah, sure. Let me just run down the list. Didn't give them anything too important, so it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, they had that. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Wait a minute. Oh, it's per day. Okay. Huh. Try the day. Well... Well, I'm sure we'll get something from this new one. Guess we'll start with... Intelligence. I don't... What has higher? Base that? One second. Okay. Mm-hmm. See how this does. Oh, they have pale damage. Please don't die. Okay. That's gonna want me to work on it first. Mm, okay, who here has a good defense to pale damage? No? No. Oh. Does anyone display have a good pale damage? Marniel. over to Slayer team. Yeah, until we have some better stuff. So we're gonna have to be working with. Might as well get that going. Hello. Where's that broke out? Hello, CG9E. Oh, it's dragging someone over. There we go. Oh yeah, yeah. I know, like... Yeah, go ahead. I've gone to, day 40. So I'm not too worried about, like, throwing away certain abnormalities for, one reason or another. Oh yeah, I haven't rolled that one yet. Where did they go? I do know it's an left abnormality, so... They all end up in here? Okay. Mark success chance. Make sure. That one. Wait, what am I doing? Insight. I like these two. Little Red Robin Hood, Mercenary, and Dear for Schwitz. I do like the idea of an abnormality that can, like, actively help the, or, like, can be hired. They're sort of, Little Red Riding Hood Mercenary is a little annoying when it breaks out. Not too worried about that happening since it's in a, in a lair I've already beaten all the Quaifoth's meltdowns, or I've gained Quaifoth immunity for all of it. I think a lot of the designs are good. Just don't think there's particularly one that's like stood out in my memory as like, oh, I like this specific one. Per se. I do like Big Bird. It's Fuck. As well, get that one. Did I not send the right one? Oh yeah, I do have a big bad wolf. Hey, welcome to Stream Arnis. Yeah, I do have big bad wolf. I haven't had it escape and like had little red mercenary go after it, but yeah. And I also have the trio of punishing bird, the long neck one, and big bird. They said the world was a place where one couldn't find happiness with their own way of life anymore. That was a world where everyone had to fool themselves into thinking that fitting into a structured mold was happiness. Nobody saw history or religion anymore. No one needed these pillars. Under the guise of new innovations they were needed in the world, companies... Fuck. In the guise of new innovations that were needed in the world, companies emerged using technologies known as singularities. Production of permanent food supply, the manufacturing of customized living creatures, transport of cargo at speeds which would seem like teleportation, artificial intelligence that was more real than people, the technology to preserve the present by binding time, et alia. Similar to the food chain, small companies began to disappear or were eaten by the larger companies. At some point they were called the wings of the world, and soon a head rose to control those wings. People started to derive their purpose for existence from belonging to the wings. However, the truth was, everyone was slowly melting like the wings of Icarus. They may appear to be encouraging the development of the world for the better, but their nature is no different from ours. There's always a price to pay. Any sane person would know that the deeds of the wings commit in the name of betterment of the society are in fact the most humiliating aspects of those corporations. They are a disgrace to the world and its people. Big Bad Wolf is... It has a sort of cartoony wolf form at first, and when it breaches, it has more like serious, cool, like wolf form. Sorry, 1 second. I'm just reading something. Lobotomy corporations rival energy corporations aren't that different from us, I assume. Who knows, maybe they really are twisting dimensions to garner energy from hell, as the rumors say. In every man, the two instincts, the primal essence of life and death, coexist. The wings only guided our instinct of life. However, if one instinct were to dominate too much, the other would begin to make its move, slowly and unbeknownst to us from the depths. Soon, a world where everyone wants to return to nothing will arrive. In the stillness of silence before the birth of mankind. She who loved sunshine, who wanted to give hope to mankind but failed, when the hand that only wanted to embrace humanity with warmth was ruthlessly severed, clutched the void and saw the crack between the boundaries that were never shown to others. Left alone, we began to instill possibility and potential into all of mankind. Hope and despair intertwined in that possibility, making it impossible for anyone to know the answer. If all repressed things can be extracted from the earth, you said to yourself. In those days, you looked absolutely terrible. Many coworkers, friends who were worried about you and tried to comfort you, but you didn't care. You wouldn't listen to anything. I guess you still needed that at some point, seeing as you were the one who locked them away in here, barely holding on to the husks of their dead bodies. I have all the egos of I have all the egos for all the ones I have on my current run, and then I have some for past runs. Trying to find one. Like, I don't have a mountain of smiling bodies on this run, but on a previous one, I went and got it because I knew I needed it for later extraction team mission. Oh my god. I wonder if I could execute those two, and I think you would count also. Yes, and then retry the day. Will that count towards me losing the ego? Oh yeah, Big Bad Wolf, has a sort of cartoonish form, and then when it breaks out, it gets serious. And also, if you have a little Red Riding Hood mercenary, it will go out of its way to, like, go after it. If Big Bad Wolf breaks out, it will go out of its way to go after it, even if it's normal. I'm executing people to try and see if I can get, damn it. I wanted to see if I could get, oh, nice. I don't have any of these. I wanted to see if I could get save any egos, or like, lose egos by executing people and then reset the day. I don't think I need to do that, because I don't think I ever went and got the egos of, Friendly Helper. Or maybe it'll just give me it. Do not worry, I'm not doing something stupid. Yeah, it doesn't even seem like I lost anything. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can go and complete that mission easily. Let's see. And then this one would have been useful if I went back and looked. Damn it. Also, Arnis, glad you got good internet in our, well, not exactly glad you're back at your parents', but like, you know. You have better internet, and that is at least one virtue you can latch on to. And then it's going to keep doing this. I have 42, so I'll get these two. Immune to... Oh wait, no, it's vulnerable to pale. Okay, Judgment Burn. Yeah, I'm at least somewhat better in one way or another. I'm still coughing, but I'm still like... I have so much more energy than I did last night when I was like... Like, I did not feel the motivation, like, get out of my bed and go over the computer and play this game. Even if it wasn't going to be that stressful, I still just didn't have the motivation for it. Yeah, it is the Phoenix. The Firebird. That's one of the abnormalities. Yes, I think it does a thing where at the end of work with it, it'll like hurt your employees or something. I don't know. I don't remember how it works. Oh, god damn it. You. And those are all still going. Like, I can definitely tell I'm doing better. Because, like... Well, I guess, no, I shouldn't say that. Since I literally just had a bad cough. Like... Well, I do feel like I've been coughing less intensely. Which could just be because I've been, like... chugging cough drops. But it could also be, but like, I feel like I've been coughing way not nearly as hard. That's what I'm trying to say. What am I trying to do? This. No, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just not, like, the purple moon has a chance of just, like, if you don't explicitly move your units out of the way, you will just, like, kill them. They will just, like, end up getting killed by it. So it's just, like, not worth it. We buy those. Looks like I'm gonna have to roll back anyway, because I missed today. And I don't think I'll be able to get that until later. That should be fine since I already have that set up. Since I already have like all the stuff I need for missions, or should be that way, I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. It'll be a little awkward, because I'll probably need to do another missed scenes video. But that's whatever. You can go after that. You can get that. You can go with that. Yeah, I don't have too many Thanksgiving plans on like the day itself, as you might know. I'm cooking for my family and that's about it. And then going and hanging out with someone. I'm not really traveling too far. Or like staying. I'm not going to see relatives, basically. I'm not driving an hour out to see my own my own grand. What? How did? It was the start of the day. How did they die? Whatever. Um, it's yeah, yeah. Wait, no, that needs repression. I am like I don't know if I said it here or somewhere else, but like I do want to finish this game before the end of the year, which I think it's entirely possible to do. I think getting through the final like 4 days will be the biggest hurdle, but I think I can get through it. Like I don't think I'm gonna be sitting there on like New Year's Eve, streaming, trying to get through like day like 49 as the ball drops. Like I think if I just like dedicate my time, and I think I have a good enough setup for this. I think if I just dedicate enough time each week, I could easily get through this. Like I'm already on like day 42 or whatever. Hunter. I don't think you used it last. I'm already on day 41. It hasn't been too much trouble. What the fu- Oh my god. Uh, uh, Mary. What the fuck is going on with that one? Okay, it didn't work for Hunter or Alex. Let me go and try Alyssa. What the fuck? that just seems broken. I don't know what the fuck is going on there. And no, whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. Yeah, I think I could do it. I think I could easily beat this game. By that time. It will be, a big deal. At least in some ways, cause this was one of the games I started streaming from my laptop. That, like, part of the motivation for getting a PC for streaming was that, like, this, like, 2D, like, indie game was not running well on my laptop when trying to stream it. So I thought, well, fuck it, if I'm gonna do this and, like, be more dedicated to do this in the future, I might as well invest in this. Because, like, I'm not somebody who's trying to stream, like, the latest COD as my game. And, like, I apparently made a budget build. But I just, like, and, like, it'll be a big thing to me for me to complete this, because, like, it's a game I've been working on for, like, or streaming 4 months now, since August, I believe, or yeah, August, I think. Yeah. And I definitely feel like I've come a long way as a, like, not come a long way, but, like, when I started this, it was like, I have 5 subscribers and, like, 6 of them are my friends. Like, to go from 27 people subscribed to me, means a lot to me. As, like, yeah. It'll be a nice cap off to this sort of. That's the other thing, is, like, I started streaming relatively early in this year, like in February. So, like, me, it's also coming up on, like, almost a year since I even started streaming altogether. So, like, complete, like, yeah. It'll be nice to wrap this up before the end of my first year of streaming. That also means that I'd have to find something new to do instead of streaming this for, like, 3 times a week. Um, there we go. It is, thank you, Ornis. I do think, do kind of get worried about, like, what I'm streaming or whether or not I can, uh, efficiently stream it, because I have had games where it's like, oh, I'll stream this because it's the specific, like, vibe I want to carry with my streams, like RPG Maker games, and then it's like, oh, I don't really enjoy this, like, at all. So I'm just, like, barely gonna drag through this. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, with Sonic Scoob, are you fucking kidding me? Let's use that so it's... Wait, no, let me see who's actually going and not send somebody who is like, fuck. It is funny. Oh no, that, like, I started streaming and, like, before I moved out, like, from my room, like the usual streamer story of like, oh, I started streaming whilst I was still living with my parents. I don't know how certain people can, like, get streaming careers while still living with their parents. It's like, oh yeah, you're, like, discussing really specific kind of details about yourself and your interests, big air quotes about interests, while you're still doing this from your parents, like from your room at your parents' house. Yeah, I only ended up streaming like a little bit. Like, I'm sure if I told it up, it was like I still streamed a lot, but like, yeah. But like, I streamed Outer Wilds and FF14 grinding from like my room. And like, I didn't get into any like weird discussions or anything, but like, I just like, it was always awkward, like trying not to be like, oh yeah, like having, I didn't have a desk before I moved out. I literally just like had, I had an office chair and I just stacked a bunch of, like, on top of my hamper, a book and such to have my microphone at face level. And that was literally all I had in the beginning as like a stream equipment. And like, I was doing that for like 20 streams, and it's like, how did I get through that? Looking back. I don't know. Could just be entirely different thing of like different cultures, and like some people are chill with their parents hearing them talk about this or that. They don't really care or whatever. Or they're not particularly listening, they're just happy their kid is like doing something they enjoy. Which isn't exactly the position I am in, because I don't have anything like bad I've talked about. I've just done dumb shit like uh drink mouthwash. Uh to name one example. And like, well, no, I have posted shorts that are like explicitly me thirsting after like fictional women, so like, you know. What the fuck? What the fuck happened? Whatever. Just gonna go ahead and use that because I think that's what the problem was. Gonna say. Oh yeah, I totally get the just not wanting your parents to hear you. Cause, yeah. I haven't, like, for me specifically, I've been, like, voice training or, like, using a feminine voice the entire time I've been streaming. I have not outwardly, used that voice in front of them. So, I'm sure it'd be a massive, like, shock to hear me as, like, so fluently use that voice. I'm sure. While also doing this and that on stream, but also, like, it's about privacy, like you said, of, like, even if I'm not talking about, like, deep personal subjects, it's, like, it's nice to just be able to yap for, like, 2 hours about this and that and the other. Just not worry about shit and about who's going to see it. There's also the other thing of, like, not only is there, like, oh, yeah, I've been using a feminine voice, it's also, I've been, like, I have a, like, big titty skeleton girl as my, like, avatar that I present myself as, so it's, like, I'm sure that would raise some eyebrows with them, or raise some questions, I'm sure. Hold on. Ah. Hey, at least if it's snot is coming out of me, that means it's getting out and not staying in. Yeah. And I will also say, like, there's definitely a little bit of a confidence boost in having a sort of specific persona, whether it's like a VTuber persona or just like an OC you present yourself as, or this, that, and the other. It's just like... That is a dad joke. Totally is a dad joke. What was I gonna say? There's a lot of confidence in being able to have like a specific OC or like avatar you use, even if it's just like between friends who primarily see it. Like I had a design for this since like for a while, but I did not make formal art or get formal art made of it for the longest time until like a few months ago when I was gonna start VTubing as a part of my streaming, and like there's a lot of difference in being like, oh yeah, this is my specific OC I present myself as, and like a specific, and like that meaning something, and like, oh well, I have it as like my icon and I have a write-up for the lore in like a text document, instead of like, oh yeah, this is actually my like character, you know? I don't know. They're getting that. What? Huh? Oh, I guess that drifted from that department, so... Oh my god. I'm guessing I just wore that too long. At least they're on like other sides of the facility. Okay. Sorry. Just I don't know what it is, but like for some reason coughing makes me also like nauseous. Or like I think it's something with my like gag reflex gets triggered when like I cough too much. I don't know what it is. But also at the same time I haven't really had the desire to eat at all while I've been sick, so could just be that my stomach is deciding to be sensitive right now at the same time. Like, when I say like, oh, I don't have any motivation to like eat right now or whatever, I said like, I literally just like the only things I've like eaten the past like 48 hours were like ramen, a bowl of cereal, some vanilla wafers, a cosmic brownie, chili cheese fries, more vanilla wafers. Like, my guess would just be that my body wants simple sugars for the energy. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, it wants the simple sugars for the energy, since, like, I'm sick and I'm sure it's using a lot of energy to fight the sickness. I also ate a bit of curry and naan that I had. I thought I was gonna eat more of it, and I didn't end up doing that, and it's just sort of sitting, like, the stuff I prepared is just sitting saran wrapped in my fridge right now. Hopefully I can have it for breakfast tomorrow, like I have the motivation, like, hopefully I'll be good enough that I want to eat that, and I'll have, hopefully I'll have I'll want to eat it because I'm good. And also, it will be prepped and all that. Already, like, done. The fuck is... Okay. Don't know why... That's... The OBS is just deciding to be weird about connecting to chat. I don't know if it's because chat is slow, it's deciding to disconnect or not, but I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. I think, like, I don't think anyone's gonna sit down and, like, disagree with me on this, but, like, I think having, like, insert songs for shows and essentially making a music video within within a show or movie or whatever is amazing, and I wish there was more of it. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna get up in my face and be like, no, they shouldn't be playing music during, like, intense scenes or, like, action scenes or whatever. Like, specific, like, licensed songs or whatever. I'm just saying this because, like, I remember, watching Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, last year, I believe it came out. Yeah, I think it came out last year. And just, it had, like, insert songs every episode. It was cool because like it matched the characters and their like personalities with how they were used, and it was cool. I've seen a few shows or movies that have been fully willing to like commit to like that kind of direction. Like on top of like action or like dramatic scenes or whatever, they decide like, yeah, we're gonna play this song on top of this because it is fitting for the moment. Like songs with lyrics, I should specify, because like, of course there's going to be a score for a scene, like, no shit. What I mean specifically is like, lyrics, a song with lyrics. A song with lyrics, that's what I'm trying to say. Repression. Don't want to send. Well, let's add one by the department. God, I would love to take a shower. I already took one, and like, I know that you're not supposed to make multiple, but just like, I would love to just take a shower and like sit under hot water for a while. That's like 3 more I can do. Jesus fucking Christ. I hate this sickness. Like, I think I talked about it already, but like, the feeling of just like, oh yeah, you being like adult sick, where it's like, oh, I don't get to sit home and play video games. I get to fucking sit home and fucking feel like shit. Like, yeah. This should put me over. I believe. It's gonna give me like 15,000. That's gonna be like 200. I think that'll work. This pressing. There's one. They're all over the place. What is that? Oh, that's just like an artifact. This here? Or whatever. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, it's part of the Lobotomy Corporation window. I was about to freak out there for a second, like, did my fucking monitor have, like, dead pixels? My monitor I've had for, like, 2 months. What the fuck happened? Judgment bird, fuck. Big Bird's broken out. Fuck it. Focus on suppressing. And if I don't get LOB, I'll be fine. Where the fuck is the last one? Noon of green. Extraction team, fuck. Shit. Where the fuck are they? Oh my fucking god. Welfare. What the fuck are they? Okay, they're working on that. Noon of green. Why the fuck hasn't this gone? Where's the last one? Is it? No. There's that. There's that. There's the Firebird. Is it just not gonna give me the credits? What the fuck? It's Firebird. It's that one. Is it? Where the fuck is that? That's somebody. Did it just decide not to give me experience? What the fuck? Oh, there it is. Fuck. And then let me try and get other people on this. Okay, fucking, I don't care. I don't care. I just want to clear that mission and then I'm gonna roll right back anyway. Since I missed a day with a lady. Doesn't matter. It's been quite a while since our first encounter. Since our first encounter with the abnormalities, I suppose that you have become a bit more familiar with them. Let me ask you this question again. What do you think abnormalities are? Oh, please. You couldn't still believe that abnormalities are just bizarre alien creatures that appear all of a sudden? That we went to isolate them, did you? Abnormalities are not the evil creatures that you read about in old fairy tales. They are not some supernatural gods that descend upon us to judge our sins either. This is an old river that has been flowing at the very bottom of the world for many an age. It is the source of everything, but has been forgotten by mankind. Nobody knew of its existence, but somewhere in the world there are very small gaps or holes. It is there, those which the river gently finds itself a stream. For instance, strange beings who would sometimes crawl out of such a gap somewhere in the Black Forest located in the outskirts. Obviously, the amount was simply too inefficient for Lobotomy Corporation's energy needs. Our singularity is not that we produce energy for the abnormalities, rather is the ability to create abnormalities themselves. Their forms were incomplete because they came from a forgotten place. We were scared of them because they were incomplete. It is because of that terror that they have been sealed in the ground. However, abnormalities still are part of the seed. That's what I meant by possibility. The seed is not something that could be made in just a day or be created on its own. We realized that if we wanted to fix a broken system, we couldn't just sit around in a sunny spot waiting for the clouds to part. What should we do after planting the seeds, you ask? We can't control the entire process. We have to leave them to sprout on their own. Are we allowed that much hope at least? Looking at the headstones in this place, are you? It was only natural to find them a spectacle to see. There used to be times when I spent the whole day reading all the meaningless letters written there. These are also coffins. They're death itself, and they represent the possibility a birth can bring at the same time. I have been guarding these coffins for countless years, carrying out consecrations for those who do not have the privilege to depart for an afterlife. That is one of the few things I do here. You see, if one spends a long enough time in this graveyard, they can hear the whispers of the dead. The sound of their words is black as pitch. It makes me feel as if I were being filled with nebulous, murky water. You must be starting to get bored seeing that your eyes are drifting about this place. It isn't often that I have guests here, and I'd be bad to only show you those gravestones. Did you call me Lady Ben Ah? This employee once had his boundary collapsed. What's your name? It's Nathan. This man had the task of extracting ego. During extraction, he carelessly peeked into the well, but by luck he survived. To minimize the price he had to pay for looking into the well, he was given the maximum dose of enkephalin, and so he could barely return to work. However, once one looks through the crack of the boundary, they can never return to the world they belonged to before. Want to see something interesting? Nathan, could you describe what you saw in the miniature? The scenery you witnessed with your own eyes but had to forget at all costs? When the tombstones beside them are, those whose sleeps are sunken deep. Those who are dreaming good dreams, but at the same time we call them the well. In the speech of this place, we have to dredge them up and inject them with cogito. Remember afterwards, what did you see? The man, he, that thing. Continue. That man, him, in the well. He passed out, poor thing. These children cannot disobey me, even though he hasn't been able to complete his sentence. The way he kept trying to speak until he passed out should show you he pushed himself to the limit to obey me. I've seen that the poor sap saw hundreds no thousands of times before. Oh yeah, she has a really good coat. Like it's, I don't know if it's a coat, more like a cloak, but she also has this sort of deal with the hexagon pattern and also a like fur lining. She's kind of like giving lesbian aunt with no income. I mean, no kids' income. I have seen that poor sapsaw hundreds and thousands of times, maybe more. So yes, I can retain enough sanity to have a friendly little conversation with you until now. It is thanks to my mechanical body that can just barely grasp onto my mind. Yes, the strong, unbending back of mine. However, do you forget that I originated from the human mind as well? If there is at least one thing that could be considered fortunate, it is that if I ever were to finally lose my sanity and run amok through the facility, attempting to bring this entire place down along with you, she will be there to cut me off once more. But if that day truly were to come, I would prefer that you terminate me with your own hands rather than her. It is the least you can do for a person as confined as I. 4 more egos. Okay, and then I think I might expand that out, but I think I can roll back and then complete that mission. Recover ego from a dead agent. Acquiring ego gifts. Reroll the abnormality. I'll do that because I've had some absolutely shit rolls that I do not want to have. Let me rewind. Okay. I think completing this day again will... Yeah. Okay, yeah. Then... might just reroll the day again. Well, no, I don't know. It does look like my plan to set up the departments in a certain level of progression did work. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna avoid that bear, just because I don't want to end up messing up if it's still acting weird. Let's send these two out. Because I know it's... yeah? That's not too bad. Also, like, I get that it's a rivalry, but like, and that's why they're talking about each other so much, but like, when most of your dialogue is about another girl, let's not, like, beat around the bush here and act like we don't know what's going on. Like, if your rivalry lasts is like 75% of your like dialogue, you're not in a rivalry, you're just gay. Let's go ahead and work on that. With a suppressing. Are they going after? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I must have jumped to the other side of the facility and they were still locked onto it. And is that... yes. Got everything there. That one's... should be everything. Notes of crazed researcher. Flesh idol. Should be good. March. Clock. This good. No, I think we should be good on tools and everything for a later mission. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All I'm saying is that when, like, most of your dialogue is like, oh, I'm disappointed you, like, lost your ideology or, like, lost your edge or whatever, I don't want to fight you. I'm, like, disappointed. It's like, okay, like, I see what's going on. And also get that. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess it is like that to a degree, because it's like you have these two characters in a very specific profession who like have a rivalry, but it's like, but at the same time it's like, oh yeah, I admire you for your work in a way. What am I trying to say? That profession happens to be like being an assassin or like a warrior or whatever, but like it's still there. And they're like, most of their, like they're some of the only members that have like entirely, that like spend a lot of their story presence together. Like, come on. I think this might just be enough. Okay. Got it done correctly. I don't think I'm gonna have this anyway, but like, been quite a while since your first wait, yeah, we already read this. As you find them in quotidian life, fierce fights break out every day here. You've seen this innumerable times, no? With enough time, abnormalities come back to life. And no matter how many fragments they're broken into, it's one of the facts that drove Gebra mad. She took far too much time to understand that the abnormalities had to be exploited, not ended. Or maybe she simply couldn't free herself from the indignation of her past. Well, that doesn't concern me. The only thing I know is that I will never ever see what she was before. Nevertheless, I cannot help but be astonished by the potential of ego each time I see her go on a rampage. Yeah, girl? Like, yeah? You'll never know it. You've never wielded an ego. In fact, there are so many weapons that have enormous power in the world, apart from ego, artifacts from the outskirts and from the ruins, and singularities of the wings are rudimentary inventions made in the back streets. If used correctly, they would be weapons that fare against abnormality somehow. But giving these weapons to employees that never even learn to fight outside of basic training is as useless as teaching a hatchling to hunt. The robots are specialized in killing. They can spot the enemy's weakest right away and focus their firepower, given that they have enough mutations. As opposed to our employees, who cannot even wield weapons effectively. That Cena's combat ability isn't a requirement to be hired here, but employees don't even have to learn to use ego. The power of the ego grows in conjunction with the heart of the wielder. One knows how to use it the moment they wield it. Nonetheless, even though they wield that power, the majority of employees can't control it. Swayed by it, they hardly give a chance. They hardly have a chance against the abnormalities. I haven't seen anyone that can draw out the true potential apart from the red mist. To wield ego is to dress oneself in the shell of the ego of another person. The wielder is merely imitating the borrowed ego, unable to completely make the power their own. Had I known that before getting locked up here, I would have done anything to get my hands on them. If I could, the circumstances may have changed dramatically. Now I'm confined here, issuing orders to extract ego forbidden from touching them myself. You must have been scared, then, even though my hatred and bloodthirst have locked up inside the rusted metal cage. Don't you worry, I no longer have anything left. But you never know, the yearning for blood could wax once again, for it is simply sealed, not uprooted. Okay. Yeah, then I think... the second day... I think this and the next one. That's completed. Me get that one. Yes, that should be completed. Or completable. Okay, but, I think that is where we'll finish out. Got to the sort of last stretch before the end game. Going to be very interesting, going forward this way. Where I'm essentially going to be going through the same days over and over, but like, that's fine. I can just like figure it out. Yeah. Anyway, I might stream again tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling. But it made a lot of good progress. And I am excited for the next few streams. Yeah. Until then, I hope you have a good night.